Hey, this is Emma Queen giving a bit of a walk around Mailchimp. I'm also doing another video of a walk around MailerLite, and I'm also going to be doing another video comparing the two. So Mailchimp is and has been pretty amazing. I've used it for many years, and I just love it as an email newsletter slash autoresponder platform. It's always been really quite comparative in prices. They have made a few changes recently, which is why I've started looking at other areas, simply not just for my business, but to recommend to clients as well. But at the moment, Mailchimp still gives you a free account up to 2,000 people. Except what it's doing is, if people unsubscribe, it's still counting that as part of your numbers, which is a bit strange. Look, I get they want to make money, so they've brought in lots and lots of things. So I'm going to give you a tour around it. It has changed considerably. I used to teach these Mailchimp courses face to face at a local college, and then we would spend at least 4 hours teaching this. So this is simply an overview. It would take me a very long time to teach you how to use it exactly. However, I want to show you the highlights. I want to show you that they've changed stuff and the potential. I'll also do the same thing on the MailerLite video as well. So to give you an idea, you just simply go to mailchimp.com and register. Now, I find this dashboard particularly busy these days. They've added quite a lot of stuff. I can see what they're doing, but when I used to use this a lot, it was very easy just to click things and move straight through to the bits that I want. But maybe this is me just being old and not liking change. However, it does give us a what's called a dashboard, and gives us some stats of how many people we've got in the Mailchimp as emails, how many emails we've been sending. And this is a client of mine, Sharon, who's given me permission to do this. I have got my own, but this was easy because we've got loads of automations on this one. And yeah, the dashboard I don't really use, I've got to be honest. I'm kind of using these top little tabs here. So if we click over to campaign, so a campaign is a newsletter, and a newsletter is fabulous because you're able to send to lots of people in one go. And if you try to do that from your own personal email, then your mail provider would think that you're spamming people. So this is a super easy way of sending mass emails, and also emails that that can run in the background when people sign up to stuff. So this gives us a brief outline of the campaigns that we've been sending out. So this was just this week. It tells us what's been happening, and it also tells us kind of some stats as well, and we can click on reports in a moment. So if we go down, you'll see there's lots of things that we've been sending out, which is pretty cool. But I find this hard to kind of delve through now. So if I click on ongoing, which is my automation or the stuff that we've got currently going, you'll see here that we've got autoresponders set up for some programs that Sharon's running. So these are pretty good because all Sharon needs to do is add someone into that list when they have paid for the program, and we send out a whole heap of emails to the people that are on the list. So I'll even go in and I'll quickly show you what that looks like. It's got some numbers here, but that's cool. Oh, I've clicked reports, that's why. See, this is hard. Here we go. Everything's moved. We've got 12 emails attached to this list, and you can see we've got them listed, automated 1 week. So 1 week, we put them in, they get sent that welcome email, and I can show you that in a moment. Then a week later, they get this email, a week later they get this email, a week later they get this email. This one goes up to 12 weeks. So there's quite a few emails in this one. In fact, we've got 3 programs with 12 emails each. There's lots of content in there. But this is great because once it's set up, we don't have to touch it again. If somebody buys this program, we simply add them in as an audience, and I'll show you that in a moment. And then they automatically start getting these emails, which is fabulous. I do like that. Now I've clicked in, you can kind of get a bit lost in Mailchimp if I'm quite honest, and This is where you could check up on people to make sure they're clicking the right content. You can see what links are on the emails. You can see which ones they're clicking. These are files that we're sending to them. I'm just going to go back to the workflow because I want to actually show you one of the emails. And see, I'm already lost. Look, it's taking me back. Here we go. No, I don't want to go to that. So I actually want to go to campaigns. So the way to view them, they've changed it now. The way to view your email is to actually go into the campaign. Welcome list, and I'm actually going to go in and edit just so I can show you one of the emails. Mailchimp's pretty good. It's letting you design emails that are great on mobiles, because a lot of people are on mobiles now. Like 80 to 90% of people are looking on mobiles for their emails. I don't think email marketing is dead at all. I think you can use it as part of your bigger picture. So a lot of my clients, we factor in Mailchimp or MailerLite, we factor in Messenger, chatbots, and we kind of connect to our people that way. So you'll see here, because I've gone into the editing section, that it's actually starting to show us a quick snapshot of how our automations look. And if I go into viewing the email, it actually lets us do that. Now, it doesn't ever let us embed video. Mailchimp's never let us do that, embed videos into emails, but I got around that by putting screenshots into things, and once you click on that, that takes us to YouTube. So you can put videos in, but you actually can't embed them into emails. And as you can see, we've personalized these so their names pop up, and we're giving them heaps of information, recipe books, lots of things, Facebook, supplements, blah, 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 blah. So I don't need to show you the content of the emails. It's not really relevant. The concept is the fact that we've got all these automations going, and we never have to touch them again unless we change something significant, which I can't see we would do. So I'm just going to make sure that that doesn't pause, because we need that to keep running. To be honest, the automation side of things is probably the best thing around these mailing email platforms, and MailerLite definitely has that, but I know with Mailchimp we've definitely maximized it for this client in particular. So there are the autoresponders. To set up a campaign, you just have to click create campaign, which is a newsletter, and it gives you heaps of options now. To be honest, you really just need to be clicking email, and then you name it something. So you could name it July 2019, and you go begin. If you can notice at the top, we've got the automated one, so you can set up your automated emails that way. And once you press begin, it's quite obvious. Now, who are you sending that to? So to go into our recipients, we would go and select an audience that we could go and use. For example, you can even say who you're sending it from. Usually it saves. I don't know why it's not saved. Who we've Sharon's details. Subject lines, you can add them in, and then you can go and design the email. I use a lot of templates that I've already set up for clients for the emails, so that way they kind of all look similar. But to be honest, there's so many templates in Mailchimp that you could use for free, and they all look very nice. The difference is that you can make these from scratch, but if you go into themes, you're able to utilize their templates as well. You can't change too much of it, to be honest. You can only change really the colours and the logos. Sorry, the pictures and the logos. You can't really change colours. But they're pretty good. I don't mind them. I've used them for things like Christmas. But for my clients, we're usually building ones that look very consistent. And so if you can have a look here, we've got loads of saved templates, and they all look very similar. That's what we've been using. I'll head back to the Mailchimp dashboard to show you the next one's templates, which I've just shown you then. So there's loads of ways to get to the same place, which is quite cool, but it's now a little bit annoying because you kind of feel like you get lost in a bit of a circle. If we head over to audience, this used to be called lists, and really this is where I feel that they've messed up a little bit, because I can see this and this makes sense, but you used to be able to see every single list you had. Now you have to select them all, or go to view audiences. And then it gives me the list. This used to pop up straight away, and I found this quite easy. And you could see your numbers, and you could add people in there, which was quite easy, which still is quite easy. You can add their email and all the details, and you can subscribe them. Look, Mailchimp's really good. It abides by the 2011 Spam Act, Anti-Spam Act, so you can definitely unsubscribe very well. It's regulated. It's pretty good. Most emails, for people with Hotmail, for example, and this is the same with most platforms, it will go to their junk mail. So I suppose if you do have clients with Hotmail, they may already know this, but you need to remind them. So probably the gold, apart from the automations in Mailchimp, is these reports that we get here. Look, they're even saying why they've moved them because I can't find them anymore. So let's just, I don't know, let's use Boxing Day. I don't even know what's on here, but the reports will basically tell us how many people we sent it to. All this stuff here is if you linked it up to kind of, Shopify or any online shops. But basically anything around, for Christmas, that's a pretty good open rate, but anything about 20% plus is always good. You can see how many emails were open. You can see how many people clicked them. You can see how many people unsubscribed. We never look at that. We don't really care. If they don't want to be on the list, that's fine. Bounced means that their mailbox might have been full, and it will give us stats of what time people are opening things, which is pretty cool. You can see the top links people are clicking on, and you can see who's clicking on them the most. So these people here are clicking on the emails quite a lot. We don't ring them up and go, hey, I noticed you opened the email 8 times, but you could use that as a bit of a lead to see if they're interested in whatever you're sending. It shows us where they're sending them from, and that's pretty cool too. There is heaps of stuff in this reporting. To be honest, I'm usually just looking at this main report page. The app for Mailchimp, I actually don't mind the reporting page on that, so you can link up your Mailchimp account up with the app, and I would send an email out a few days later, go and have a coffee, and then check the reporting side of things on the app. Content Studio basically was never there. It is there now, and it essentially just holds all the photos and the things that we're using for the email newsletters, and it's just full of 253 things. So don't really use any of this, but I suppose it's got options to do so. Back to campaigns, I just wanted to mention that you are able to schedule out emails, so you could set up an email, and you're finishing at 1 o'clock in the morning. Don't send your emails at 1 o'clock in the morning. Schedule them for 9 o'clock the next day, and then you're able to do that. Schedule them out. So for Sharon, I know that if she goes away, we'll schedule out her stuff while she's away, and we don't need to. We can kind of prepare a lot of stuff in advance, which is pretty cool. Another cool thing they've added in is landing pages, which is so easy. I don't even have to show you how to do that, because you literally click create a landing page. I'll just put a test on here for now. I'll just say it's for that list. And this landing page you can design. Yep, that's fine. And you can collect information on that. So we might just click that one just for argument's sake. And always on the right hand side is stuff that you can drag in to this landing page. So you'd use this landing page for if you wanted to give away a free ebook or a download or something, and you would send a link. I'll show you in a second. So let's pretend I'm not going to play with this, I'm going to use it, but maybe that link there is the link to the ebook, for example. And you can hook up email addresses, sign up forms. You can drag that in, grab the email, and they can subscribe to your newsletter. There's so much stuff. Like you can add first name. You can't really break this stuff. You have to be online, so if your internet drops out, then you're stuffed. You can mess around with the design a little bit more if you click on that and go through all the bits, like changing the font. To be honest, I'll probably use what's already there. When you save and close, and I know I'm going through this bit fast, but It's pretty easy. It gives us a URL that you're able to then share and go, hey, go and get my free ebook. This is the link, and then they'll get the free ebook through that, and they'll be added to your list as well. I think there was one more thing I wanted to show you. I think it was on campaigns. Create campaign. Oh yeah, they've got ads. This is feeding through to Facebook and Instagram. I haven't used it because I use Facebook ads anyway, and you basically put a chunk of money on there and it will apparently do things for you and then give you whatever's left over, I think. Postcards haven't done this. This is something that they're trying to do, printed postcards. You can share your stuff. We've used that a couple of times, but sign-up forms we've just used with landing pages, to be honest. And that's pretty much it. So I'm going to give an overview of MailerLite as well. To be honest, I'm more heading towards MailerLite these days, but obviously with this client, we've done so many automations, it's probably a bit too late to change over, but we still really enjoy the fact that this is quite an easy platform. If you can work out where things are, because they've done so many changes, then it does give us quite a bit of stats on what people are doing with the information that we're sending out. So it is good for that. I've used it for many, many years. If you like the feel of it, then I suggest that you use it or go and watch the other videos and make your decision from there. Thank you.